think about when you hear the word fellowship? For me, fellowship was what we called our Sunday morning services, and so for me it was Sunday morning fellowship. That's what I think of when I hear
And
that.
usually I think of, casserole dinners and potluck dinner. Everybody bring a dish and we'll eat together. But the Bible has a few things to say about fellowship. In Proverbs 27:17, it says that just like iron sharpens iron, so should Christians be sharpening each other. And then 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says that we should be encouraging one another and building one another up. So that's kind of a little bit different than what we think of when we talk about fellowship.
Yeah, those things are a deep, kind of open relationship and connection. And most of the time when we think of the word fellowship, or we even think about our relationships in church, more often than not, they're these kind of shallow, water cooler, how's the wife, how's the kids kind of relationship. There's nothing deep there. There's no iron sharpening iron. That's a passing thing that we do with anybody we meet.
Right. And so we should be having these, stronger, deeper relationships. And think back to the original church in Acts.
Right.
They had a church where they cared about each other and worked with each other and, helped each other through problems.
Right.
And a lot of times that's not really what we have.
Yeah. More often we have the relationship that's kind of like going to see a movie at an interesting movie theater where everybody's laughing or everybody's yelling at the screen, and you get this kind of communal relationship and you get this experience of spending time with people, but you leave and you have nothing for that other than the memory. You have nothing other than
everyone there in the theater saw the movie together,
right?
But they didn't get any closer to each other. Just like when you're in church and you're fellowshipping, then you might be worshiping next to somebody else, or you might be sitting next to somebody and hearing the sermon.
Yeah.
But if you aren't talking to them beforehand, talking to the people next to you afterwards, meeting up after church, meeting up during the week, then all you have is a shared experience, and it's no better than going to an event just like anybody else.
Yeah. And so we want to encourage you to, next time you're at church, next time you're around other believers, to really reach out and try to make a legitimate connection with somebody that you've never met before, somebody you've never talked to before. Make a connection there, because that is what we're supposed to be as the body. We talked about the Church of Acts. They were in everybody's lives. And I'm not saying in everybody's business, in everybody's lives. They had a real connection.
Right. You're there to build up, to encourage, to sharpen.
Yeah. So this week, really ask how somebody's doing and really mean it. And we'll see you in the next video.